What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the Cypher Lounge. It's me, Sed, my boy Q. We here to have a little fun with you today, talking about some Christmas and Thanksgiving activities. So welcome to the holiday season. It is now the day after Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving, bruh?
Mine was good, nice and relaxed. I ain't really do too much. I did a little fishing, spent some time with the kids.
Yeah,
Well,
everything fishing, huh?
Man, that's the way of life. Keep me out of trouble. I went by the mom house. Just a nice calm day. Nothing special.
Okay, cool. So, I decided that I wasn't doing nothing. So we ended up actually going over to Village Inn, getting food. We ain't cook, we ain't do anything. Just to realize, you know what? We gonna cook next year. We can't just so what ended up happening was food was at Village Inn. Food is what it is. It's restaurant food. So, but it didn't have that
Ain't have no love.
that je ne sais quoi. So ain't no love in it at all. So, but it was good. I mean, but the best part, I took the kids out to breakfast first thing in the morning. And then took the kids out to breakfast. They had breakfast with me, and we hung out, and then I chilled the rest of the day. Just nothing pressing, nothing stressing, just getting stuff done. So yeah, actually cleaned up a couple areas of the house with my day off work. The one day off work in the middle of the week. Yeah, that was crazy.
That kind of messed my week up.
Just having a day off
because today, on a Friday working,
yeah,
that messed me up. I was struggling to get through the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was falling asleep.
Yeah. I was ready to walk home. I was, man, I don't care if I get paid or not. I was about to go home. It had me so jacked up.
All right. Yeah. So with the holidays going on, there's been a massive. Actually, we're getting questions on. Hey, y'all should talk about this. Y'all should talk about that, and we take all that into consideration. So right now we're gonna start our Christmas talking. So one of the things is like Christmas traditions. I personally, I'm still building different Christmas traditions. Before my mom passed, of course, we had her as a matriarch of our family. My sister is now more of the matriarch to my immediate family. However, she's in New York. So she did stuff with her family. And just watching it, she's following the traditions of my mom, which is have everybody over, cook a big meal, do all that. I'm looking on Facebook like, dang,
Miss that cooking, huh?
Miss that cooking, of course. And then, so, makes you want to just do more traditional stuff. But at the same time, I don't miss the headache of dealing with people. You know what I'm saying? Even family for that matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's really good to enjoy family.
Yeah.
But sometimes family don't know when to go home.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
I know how to get ghosts.
You just yeah. So that's those are kind of traditions I remember. Like my mom would. So we were probably out of my mom's siblings, we probably were the family with the least income. But everyone came to my mom's house, my aunts, uncles, and all that, to eat.
Right.
Yet it seems as if my mom was spending all the money to buy all the food. Right? I don't know the logistics, and I can't really say, but that's what it seemed like to me. They could have gave her money and she never talked about it. But then everybody came over. They ate. We played football with the cousins. We argue with the cousins. There was always at least one fight. One cousin or another fighting another cousin. Or It was all the cousins fighting a whole nother family.
Lord.
You know, because we gonna chill at the house. We gonna eat. Then we gonna go over to this park called Kirk Park, back in Syracuse, and then we gonna go over there and see what's going on. If we seen somebody that we've been beefing with, or one of us been beefing
In the
with,
snow?
that beef starts all over. Not well. Right now, it's not snowy. It may have snowed, but it doesn't stick yet. So yeah, so we yeah, it's a good time. It used to be a good time. They used to not like me fighting though.
Yeah, you too.
No, they used to not like me fighting. My cousin, one of my cousins, Ishmael, who is a historian to this day. He was talking to me and he was telling me how wild I used to be. Bruh, I don't fight. I annihilate. And so this is the fight. I'm leaving everything at there. When I was younger, back in the day, back in the day, you know, I'm
You
totally
wanna add 2 more bats to that?
back in the day. So so I mean, but yeah, I remember the camaraderie. My favorite cousin just used to be me and him.
Yeah.
We would fight each other, then we'd be best friends, then we would fight each other, then we'd be best friends. Had this dude named Cousin Army. He wasn't our cousin. I don't know why we called this dude Cousin Army.
Probably grew up with the family.
But we used to always go find this dude and beat him up for some reason or another.
Beating up the dude for what?
I don't know. Him and his cousins.
I hope he see this. Come holler at me. I'm gonna help you. Get you to get back.
Him and his cousin.
Alright. So well, we just had regular, I ain't gonna say. We opened our gifts. And then we know everybody go to everybody's house to see what everybody got.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I want to start my own little tradition.
Okay.
And that is, I want to try to bring back the giving of Christmas.
Okay.
So what I want to do is have my kids pick out a gift and give it to somebody less fortunate than them.
Gotcha.
Just so
Gotcha.
we could start. There's somebody doing
Get that thought
worse
process
than you.
together.
So
Absolutely.
it shouldn't always be about what you're gonna get me.
Mm-hmm.
This what I want. Okay, you could get, but there's also people who wish they had what you had. You think because you don't got that iPhone 13, yeah, he just wish he had a flip phone.
Right.
So I just want to. That'll be a tradition I'd like to start. Probably
Right.
start it this year.
Yeah, and you have 3 kids, if I may say so. You have 3,
Mm-hmm.
and you you give them the wisdom of the 3 wise men,
Okay.
the 3 wise men who brought gifts to Jesus. So at Jesus' birth, the 3 wise men gave 3 gifts. They weren't extraordinary. They weren't exuberant. They were just gifts.
Right.
In the time, they meant a lot. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? In the time, they meant a lot. But the meaning behind gifts is way more important than the gift.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And so, one of the things that I'm dealing with my kids this year is the meaning of the giving. So, what you normally would get 20 different items and sit there all day with gift giving, we're breaking that down. But if you can't tell me what the true meaning of Christmas is, which goes back to those 3 wise men and the birth of Christ, then we're gonna wait until you figure that out.
Hey, I agree with that.
And but I'm blessed enough that they've been actually communicating, so I know this test for them is gonna be a little easy. However, I just want to make sure they understand the giving behind it. Even not even just the biblical giving, but also the clause giving, meaning where this guy Nicholas Claus would make toys for children.
He was black.
Where he would make toys for children and then give them out through the neighborhood, and over time that tradition has been elevated and expanded till we have Santa Claus, which is Saint Nicholas Claus, because the Catholic Church, the Catholic Church believes in creating saints.
Okay.
You do X amount of miracles and you're created a saint. So my miracle is waking up this morning a black man and not being killed or shot down before I was 21. Then again before I was 30. Not dying in my early. So my next step is not dying in my early 50s of cancer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm on track for my third miracle. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Here's one. How about being a black man who knows his children names, actually? So.
I don't say nothing because, I call them 1, 2, and 3 sometimes.
Right.
That name don't come to my mind in time.
They know who you are. That's the thing. Some of us, I don't pride myself on being a great father, but I do make sure their names is a constant to me. You know what I'm saying? Right. My older sons, which are your age, I don't.
32.
You're 32. There's 33, and I have 32, and so I don't, make it a thing like their birthdays just passed. I've been waiting to hear from them for 6 months. Mm-hmm. Other than Facebook, I'm good. They good. So I want to have a conversation. I mean, they don't get presents anymore because they grown. You grown. You don't get presents no more.
Yeah, what you mean? It ain't never too late to give out a gift.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, so traditions. I want to. It's not just about what they're wishing for. Mm-hmm. So that now the tradition should, for me, is what I'm wishing for you in your life. What knowledge you carry. And the great thing, I have a benefit of my daughter goes to St. Teresa, and they're teaching her a lot about the different Christian principles that surround like all the holidays.
Right.
Including Halloween. So then she comes home, she talks to her brother about it. Then he breaks it down onto me. I'm like, what? And so it's really good because it's actually true stuff. Mm-hmm. As you know, I'm a doctor in this thing. And so it's great that they're learning this stuff early so that way they take it with them as they grow.
Right. They can spread the information.
Exactly.
Spread the knowledge as they grow.
Absolutely.
All right. So, I ain't really want to touch this subject.
Uh-oh.
So a friend of mine, I was talking to her. She was like, y'all haven't talked about a particular subject.
Okay.
And the subject was cheating.
Okay.
And it was, why do people cheat? And is there ever a good enough reason to cheat? So I'm gonna let you go and answer that.
Oh, I just gotta answer it. What do you think?
You the wise man.
What did you say to your friend? Oh no, because they were asking why we ain't approach it. Okay, let me get
give me that 50. Yeah, it ain't 50 yet, but
50 year wisdom. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a couple things. So you have, why do men cheat, or is there a reason? Which one you want?
Not why men cheat, why people cheat.
Okay.
Because we're not the only ones that do it.
Okay.
And is there a reason worth cheating?
I think there's a difference between men. For the majority majoritarily, if that's a word,
Majority.
majoritarily, meaning per sex, male, and per female. I think there's different reasons why a female cheats.
True.
I think there's different reasons why the majority of cheating females cheat, and there's different reasons why the majority of men cheat.
Okay. Well, since we don't have a woman to speak from a woman's side.
You want me to speak from the woman's side?
No, we don't have a woman to speak from a woman's side.
Oh, so don't bring that up. So talk about the dude.
Yeah, we
Okay.
will have a lady come later and to broach that subject. Because we do not walk the shoes of a woman.
All right, let's do it. So, for men, I believe, most men cheat. Not because they're not happy at home. Not because they're not getting what they want at home. Let's see. Not because their woman is cheating.
Okay.
Not because their woman is doing them wrong. Oh, and not because she can't cook. Not because she's not beautiful enough.
Okay.
None of those are reasons.
Okay.
But the opposite.
Because she all those things.
Because she's all those things.
Okay.
A lot of times, men are cheating because they reached a state of manic.
Break it down.
So they have found something and they're excited about it. They're so excited about it, they start bridging out with that ability, that newfound ability.
Okay.
Meaning, I didn't know I was a player until I found you, which is the game. See, one thing we fail to realize that we're in life. Life is a game all in itself. You go to a job, that's a game. You have a relationship, that's a game. You deal with your kids, that's a game. And you have to figure out to play in the field that you're in.
Okay.
Okay? And when I say game, I can also mean serious game. It doesn't have to be basketball. It doesn't have to be Scrabble, which Scrabble is serious. It could be chess, but it's a game. Okay? And we have to approach it as a game or as a business. Okay? Now, when I find that, let's say business, when I find I dominated at this business, guess what I want to do?
Most likely you're going to venture to the next one.
You get what I'm saying?
I got
So
you.
let's just talk about it as a business, because I know I just upset so many people just now by saying the game. So let's approach it as a business, a relationship as the business. So in my relationship, now I see the relationship, and most guys who cheat don't even see what I'm about to say.
Okay.
So in my relationship is a business because we have a contract. We have either a verbal or a written contract. Written contract is a marriage.
Right.
Verbal contract, or we even sometimes have a hand contract, which is called an engagement ring. We also have a hand contract, which is when I give you money on a regular basis to make sure you're paying your bills. Now you're counting on me, and vice versa. You're giving me money so I could go out and stunt like I got it like that.
Gotcha.
You feel me? Hand contract. So then we also have the verbal contract or the sexual contract. We have the contract, period. There's a contract in place. And a lot of times men don't realize the contract, although they see the contract. Because when women are saying, "Oh, you gone, I'm done with you," guess what the man does? He realized, "Nah, you mine. We supposed to be together. It's us." He remembers everything about that relationship that's supposed to be his. Everything she done said about the relationship that's supposed to be his. Now, let's rewind again. So it's a contract. This is a relationship. This is a business. Okay. Now the biggest thing that we don't do is approach our relationships as a business. We don't interview the person that we're talking to, not seriously, not intentionally. We don't intentionally talk to people. We talk to them for the fluff.
Okay.
And then we only deal with the subjects that we like. You feel me?
I got you.
So chicks ain't trying to find out, okay, it's not a normal question, how many kids you got? 2. It's not a normal question, how much do you pay in child support? How often do you see your kids? Do your kids like you? Are you and your baby mama getting along? Is she okay with you dating other people? Is that important? Absolutely. All those questions are important, but there's no intentional question. So let's back up to the cheating. Come on. All right. So
You want to go get your robe right now?
I don't want to get my robe.
You sure? we getting a sermon right about now.
So here's the thing. Men that are cheating don't understand themselves why they're cheating, but most of it is because it's a romantic behavior, meaning that it's when I got something new and fresh, or I have reached a higher height, I want to bridge out with that height. Just like when you go out and you just financed a car. You make $500 a week. Okay? Your rent, you make $500 a week. There's 4 weeks in a month. That's $2,000, right? Your rent is $1,200. Do the math. I want you to do some math right now.
You left with $800.
So you left with $800, right? So now you just financed a car that costs you $600 a month. You left with what?
2.
Okay, now your insurance on that car is $150. You left with what?
50.
Okay, so now why are you trying to buy rims? The stunt. Okay. So now, same thing when we get into a relationship, or we're in a relationship that we think we have reached where we're supposed to be. She is doing everything. She makes sure I'm fed. Listen, we made love. This is the conversation homeboys have with homeboys, which they shouldn't have. We made love. I banged that thing real good. Listen to what I'm saying to you. I went and jumped in the shower right before I went back to bed, right? When I got in the bed, she had me a soda and some Twizzlers by the bed. And she got the TV on. We just chilling. I'm eating the Twizzlers and drinking my soda, and everything is all right. You have reached that height, but guess what? Now, because you want to stunt when you go out to the club, you like, yeah, what's up, shorty? Because your attitude has changed, because you're better. You're better. You're better because you're in a better zone. All right? It's not many men that understand that when you interact with a woman, the woman that you're interacting with is way above your level already. Okay?
Definitely.
Okay. The woman that you're dealing with is already above your level. You're swinging out of your league, but you taking that player who you are, you're a player because you just got that game. You got what you got. But this game is what you don't understand. The game that you're playing is actually not is not 5-card Molly.
Okay.
It's not Texas Hold'em. You know what I'm saying? The game you playing is not Texas Hold'em. You're in blackjack. But you trying to flip it because you think you're dealing with cards. You're dealing with women. No, you're dealing with her. So now you go over here and you meet the chick who's about to let you lace it. And so she lets you lace it, right? So she lets you lace it and you hit it, and she gonna let you hit it, and she gonna let you hit it. She gonna let you hit it, and you think it's just so great because she letting you hit it, right?
I'm waiting.
Huh? She gonna
I feel like 3 motherfuckers in the suit gonna come out that door and start dancing behind you. It seems like you be about to make a goddamn song. She gonna let you hit it. She gonna let you hit it. I'm waiting for the motherfuckers to slide in here. lady. God damn.
So while she's letting you hit it, you think, oh, I've arrived. Look at my game. And then they go, bro, you know what I'm saying? Got this other shorty, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you look at them like, bro, don't you got a girl?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you got a girl that you was like, yo, you love her, you know, but you now showing me pictures of this other chick who's supposed to be the side chick, and then you show me pictures of another chick that you, how you doing all that when you can't afford what you got? Meaning, you can't afford what you got, meaning, if you spend time outside your woman, you should let that be minimum. Okay? If you... I know we're on cheating. Give me a second. I'm going to get back there real quick. If you're spending time outside your woman, you should let that be minimum and productive. Okay? Because the game is still the game. The problem with a lot of dudes is that they don't play the game where they're supposed to play the game. Because where you're supposed to play the game is and put your game on is at home. Because that's how you got her to make you to have Twizzlers and soda ready by the bed. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, that's how you got her to buy you Reese cups with her food stamps from her baby daddy who's paying child support. Okay, never mind. Listen.
Boy, you about to go off a goddamn cliff.
So the reason why men cheat, it's because they don't understand the revocations that they're doing to themselves or the woman that they're doing it to. Because if they knew that they were destroying what they got, they wouldn't do it.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? True. You're right. But you know, that sounds like more of a younger man cheating.
Okay.
I think as we get older, the reason I think older people cheat because we know what we want, and if that person can't fulfill those needs, that's going both ways. We usually gonna go look for that somewhere else. Like say, when this is your favorite store.
Gotcha.
3 months. Every time you go to Winn-Dixie, they had your favorite snack there. Every day they had it, and then. You go, okay, 2 days out of the week, they don't got your snack. Eventually, that turned to 4 days, they don't have your snack. Then eventually, they only have your snack once a month. What you gonna end up doing?
Find out why this chick bringing why she brought a representative to in the first place.
Okay.
Instead of bringing her real self. But I get what you're saying. You're gonna go to Walmart. Absolutely.
Lower prices are easier to do. I'm just putting the damn drink down.
Okay. Gotcha. So, with that being said, you're unofficially broke up.
Yeah.
So that's a different cheating.
Right.
So, and there are older men. So the age isn't the biggest factor. It's just when you know what you want factor. You get what I'm saying? So the part A where I talked about is the manic thing. You think you're a player, you're trying to do all this, that, and the other. So the other one where you're talking about is where when she does not fulfill your needs, and when you conversate with her, she refuses to fulfill your needs, and she doesn't see you.
Okay, I won't say she won't refuse, but women do have a tendency. Women have a tendency to try to love you how they will want to be loved. So in that case, you loving me as I'm you.
Okay.
All the stuff you want, but that's not the stuff I want.
Okay.
Now,
understand, a woman will love you the way she wants to be loved. Okay. But here's hold on, let me get this. Let me fix this. A real woman.
What happened to your pinky?
Oh, I cut that off. A real you never noticed that?
No, I just noticed that.
A real woman, I believe, will love you the way you teach her to love you.
Ah.
Now, it's not a lesson taught without giving.
Mm-hmm.
So, in efforts to teach her, you have to woo her.
Right.
So, you can't say, I want you to have me, I'm going to go back to the snacks. I want you to have snacks by the bed when I get in the bed and a drink by the bed like that. Boom. Here's the conversation has to happen while you're wooing her. You have to put the game in there because unless most women, especially our sisters, okay, you're not telling her. First of all, if you're asking her, you're telling her. You're not telling her
Collard greens and chicken wings.
what you doing, what you want her to do. You feel what I'm saying? You can't just tell her. So now, most women are like that.
Okay.
Women.
Gotcha.
So our sisters didn't invent that, but women. You get what I'm saying?
I got
So
you.
it's almost like they see it as a respect. If you bring something to the table to make me want to do it, then I'll do it. I'll do that. So yes, I'll love you how I want to be loved, but I will love you how you want to be loved if, get it? If there's a reason for it.
Okay.
You know, so there's women who you think are being abused, or I can't believe he talked to her like that, right? And I sit back and I'm like, what? But behind closed doors, he's doing something totally different. He's doing not something totally different, but he's doing something else that speaks to her core. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what speaker. Never mind. But anyway.
So I think that it's not just a thing where you could go, why men cheat versus men cheat because we're idiots. That's the bottom line. Men cheat because we're idiots. Because I could easily, like you said, when we're in a relationship and I'm searching for something else, because I'm not getting what I want at home, I've already decided that that's over.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Now the problem is, I think that you'll run into the problem where could you have gotten what you wanted at home,
Most likely.
and you just didn't discuss it.
So
That brings back the idiot part.
yo, we're dummies.
Yeah.
We first class dummies.
Yeah.
Another thing we need to learn to do, and I'm gonna speak, cause I know I've done it plenty of times. What we did to get her, at some point, we stopped doing it,
Right.
and now she don't feel that love,
Mm-hmm.
and now she started to fall back on her things. Instead of us
Absolutely.
picking up that mantle and saying, you know what, let me go back to what I did to get her.
Right.
Eventually, that will bring her back to where she needs to be.
Gotcha.
And I would say, I'm an idiot because I done did that shit a couple times. But now I understand it. I sit through and think about that shit, and I be like, damn, I fucked up.
Hold on, let me see. Did you just say that when you started dating her, you was being a player trying to get her, but then when you with her, you still need to be the player to try to keep her?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I like when dudes say, yeah, game tight, son. Okay, but how many girls you done went through? Your game ain't tight if you ain't. So one of the craziest things when I talk to these so-called players, right, and they be like, "Yeah, you ain't tight, son. You know what I'm saying? Got this girl, got that girl, that. Okay, so back in the pimp game, right? So you can read any book.
Iceberg Slim.
Iceberg Slim, Donald Goins, you know. So you read any of old school pimp books, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna tell you, dude had a bottom chick. Yeah?
Yep.
Which means everybody else is disposable. But her.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So when we're looking at the game, of women, you have to decide who's my bottom. And the bottom isn't what a lot of people think. The bottom is not someone who is scraping the floor trying to please me. The bottom is the one that is my foundation and reminds me of what my foundation is. If you're with a woman that can't remind you of what your foundation is, there's a conversation that has to happen, and there's a move that needs to be made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a conversation that has to happen, followed by a move. The two things has to happen. You know what I'm saying? It has to happen. It doesn't. If you are in a relationship and you're thinking like you out there, you're like, yeah, I got to get this chick because she ain't doing such and such and such and such. You know how easy it is, because whatever she doing is keeping you around, and whatever you doing is keeping her for a backup. Because I'm here, I ain't trying to. Okay, so maybe it is the fact that her place is rent controlled. Whatever it is, maybe her place is rent controlled. Whatever it is, is it not worth a conversation?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Communication is the key.
Yeah. So instead of wasting 10 years of your life, go have a conversation and say, hey, this is the issue I'm having.
But you know what?
Have that conversation every day.
A lot of men we go off impulses sometimes.
That's
probably our number one problem. It just takes us to be in a little down situation, and we'll go off impulse.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you think you about to step out, have that conversation.
How about we want to, most especially brothers, feel like you about to say chicken wings and collard greens, but
Let's speak your mind.
so especially brothers love to be like, I'm your king, you my queen, this that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The issue with that is the affirmation of I'm the king, you the queen, or you my queen and I'm your king, however you want to put it to make her feel better. You want her to treat you like a king, but refuse to get the understand this. Mm-hmm. You refuse to get the insight to treat her like a queen.
Okay.
Not refuse to treat her like a queen. You refuse to get the insight to treat her like a queen. Okay. You rather treat her like a servant, than the queen, because her job isn't cleaning up behind you. Her job isn't making the bed. Her job is not taking care of the babies. Her job as your queen is to partner with you in ruling your territory.
So, I may be in the minority when I say this. That is a stupid thing to say.
Okay.
You know why?
What's stupid?
The king and queen thing. What do most kings have?
A kingdom.
But what do he have within that kingdom? So if you tell your man he's a king, what do all kings have? Concubines.
No.
Go through history and tell me one king that didn't have one.
Boaz. Well, Boaz did, but never mind. Go ahead.
Point exactly.
Go ahead. Okay.
I think that is dumb. Don't sit there and tell that man he's a king. And then guess what? That go back to what you were saying earlier. He's feeling himself now.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's feeling himself. What he want to do? He want to show out.
Mm-hmm.
So he go to the club. He feeling good, looking good.
And he finds some concubines.
Exactly.
Except for the concubines don't know they concubines. They don't even know they side chicks.
Shit, mine's do.
Hey.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm at that age. I ain't even trying to lie to y'all no more.
Right.
This is what it is. If you don't like it, cool. I can respect that.
And how many other dudes you know like that?
Not many.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So a few months back, we talked about this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm definitely down with keeping the information open.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping the information open. That's not cheating.
Okay.
If I'm with you and I like spending time with you more than I like spending time with anybody else, and me and you doing this damn thing, we might be growing something, but I'm seeing other chicks. If that's a communication you had with her, great. Do you, boo-boo. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
Everybody else is a sucker.
Yeah.
Because you're not a player.
Nope.
You're not playing a game. Stop acting like LeBron, because you're not LeBron. You're not Jordan. You're not the late, great Kobe. You're none of that. Use a scrub.
What I would say, don't be a player. That's a headache.
It is.
Cause players do. Only thing you do is lie. And you gotta remember the lies you told.
Oh, yeah.
Just be honest.
You know what took me out the game? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I've never told anybody, but I'm gonna say it right here on the cipher.
Okay.
So I got to an honesty state.
Mm-hmm.
I got to an honesty state where it was fucking people up.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, you doing what? Oh yeah. So if it hurts you, I'm sorry, but this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, to do that, to communicate, not even to communicate, but to keep track of what I was doing, I had to write it down. You feel me?
Damn.
But when I looked at it on paper, it's like, damn, this is exhausting.
Exactly.
It's exhausting. You know, I write a lot. You
Yeah.
know, I will jot some stuff down. It's exhausting.
Who you telling?
You know what I'm saying? So it boiled down to go with what you know. You don't have to cheat if you could get everything you want from one source. And a lot of times we're getting everything we want from that source. That's why, you know why baby daddies always beefing with baby mamas? We try to make it like the baby mama is the issue. No, the baby mama is not an issue. The baby mama only the issue because you went over there and you hit it last night. And then you went back to your girl house, so she's feeling some kind of way about that. Because when you hit it, she felt like, oh,
it's a chance we can
chance we're going to get back together.
Yeah.
But then you talking about your new girl. You get what I'm saying? So the thing for me is, come on, man.
Yeah. If
you're not a player if you don't lay out the game. You know what I'm saying? If your stats ain't there for everybody to see, are they really real stats? Are they really real stats? So
hey,
I don't respect dudes that say I'm a player and they can't prove it.
Yeah.
You a player? Okay. Does this girl know about that girl? Are you a player? Okay. So are you taking care of home?
So
are you a player? Is your shit straight?
Nah, see, you ain't a player then. You a GM. That's what you is when everybody know about each other. You a GM. A player is when you got a lot of everybody else.
No, not lie.
Think about it. LeBron. He's the most popular player in the world, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You think he tell the truth to all them guys he playing with?
Absolutely. For the purpose of getting it done, LeBron is not going to say, yo, I'm going to throw it to you. and then throw it to him.
You ain't hearing me. When LeBron decide he want to trade somebody, he telling them, "Oh, that person finna find out on ESPN when their names go across."
But that's him as an owner.
That's LeBron now as a player.
Not trading. LeBron doesn't trade in that.
Hold
On the field when you're playing. See, there's two things. I get what you're saying. He's not a player when he's off the field prepping the game.
You're a player regardless.
You're a player on the field. If that's the case, if on the court, if that's the case, then the GM is a player because that's all the GM does is make decisions about what's happening and he's moving pawns.
But guess what that GM do? Before that player get traded, not all GMs do this. Let me frame that. But the real GMs, they gonna call you up to that office. Hey, we need to talk for a second. I want to let you know I'm finna send you to the Mavericks for such and such.
Okay, how about this? That decision is already made.
But he's telling
That's a decision already made. If LeBron has to trade a player, he's telling him before he trades him. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But here's the thing. Anybody that's getting traded knows why they're getting traded. Because you watch sports. Okay. You watch sports, yes or no? Yes or no? You watch sports?
Yes.
Do you watch sports?
I watch sports.
Okay, so you watch sports. And when you watching sports, right? The commentator is saying, "Yeah, I think they need to trade him or whatever." And then
say that one more time. What?
The commentator
have no decision in it.
Right. But guess what?
How many players?
You see what this other player is doing. So when that player gets traded, guess what? He's only getting traded because he's been screwing up or he isn't worth what he's worth.
Okay. Let me ask you this. That's true. But how many times have we seen a player stay on the team for 5 years? And the commentator been saying the same thing for 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
For the last 5 years, yeah, he's a good shooter, but they should be able to trade him for this shooter. This shooter have a higher percent. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So all I'm saying there, players, they lie. I don't know no player that keep it 100. Now, when you a GM, you gonna tell them, look at here. I got X and X coming in, and you probably heading for the door. Now, you had to get some ice, player.
Yes, sir.
But I think we need to take the moment to learn to appreciate what we have. Because a lot of times, women do a lot of shit. And they deal with a lot of shit. So take that little extra time. The same thing you did to get her, you do it again. Flowers, call her beautiful. And I promise, if she the one, she gonna make sure she do what she gotta do.
Hey, you can do flowers and call her ugly as long as you do it right.
I ain't calling no woman ugly. Guess what?
Listen.
Who gonna go to sleep first?
Listen. It's not about what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah.
If she feels secure in you, the crazy thing about a woman that I've learned is that she will put trust out there. Mm-hmm. She could break up with homeboy who dogged her out for years, right? She meet you, and you run a little game, and your game is half-ass, but she gonna give you a shot. Guess what she giving you? Trust.
Yeah.
She gonna open up to you. She's gonna be dedicated to you and give you that shot, right?
Right.
So while she's giving you that shot, guess what? You have the opportunity to do one of two things.
Okay.
Fly or fall. Because a real woman, I don't know about these girls, but a real woman is gonna she's gonna lay on her back and kick you into the atmosphere if you just try a little bit. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But if you keep failing, she'll just let you go.
All right. I do gotta say one thing.
All right.
I know a lot of y'all 24, 25. and we really wouldn't consider that grown. But what make you grown is life experience. So once you've been through life, you hit that real woman, real man stage.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all young girls, when you go through life, you'll understand what my boy's saying.
Yeah. So you know what? If I could give a young woman any advice,
You can't get one of your daughters.
oh, you know I give my daughters the game. Period.
I hate. Please don't ever do that again in your life.
Listen, so my daughters get the game. You know, my oldest daughter, man, is like, listen, nah. And my nieces, when I told my nieces, I said, listen, y'all out there screwing this dude, screwing that dude, y'all should at least get paid if that's the case.
For real?
You know what I'm saying? They looked at me like I was losing my mind. No, I'm serious.
Hey, don't
If
give
you
out
just
that
giving
free-
up, what you giving up ass for if he ain't gonna do nothing?
Don't give it up for free.
Nothing.
At least
I mean-
have them change your oil first. Lion said, you know what? Women amaze me though. They know the stuff that make you tick.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll say something stupid. I love when you change that oil. It turn me on. You know what your dumb ass finna do?
Change the oil.
Go outside in that hot ass sun and change the oil. And when you come back in there, oh baby, I'm tired. I fucking love women that can do that shit. But you know,
Oh no! So that's the crazy thing is that's how dumb we are.
yeah.
Because if you engage a man's mind, if
Engage his ego.
engage his ego,
There you go.
because she doesn't have to. It's never a woman's fault why a man cheats and vice versa. You cannot make another person do anything. That's like when people say, "You made me feel this way." No, you felt that way because I did this, but I didn't make you feel that way.
Right.
That's your perception of what I did. So, but what I believe is that if you engage your man and you know you're engaging him and you're having conversations and you're telling him those things that lift him up. You know what I'm saying? I watched the grossest shit in my life, which was my mother
Oh Lord.
talk to my stepfather. And I'm talking about not nasty, but I'm grown so I can read between the lines. And I'm like, can you not make me throw up today? Like, this is the conversation. Like,
Yeah.
can you not make me throw up? I'm here. I'm standing right here. But you know what? This mofo, she said, I need new furniture. Guess what? In a month, she got new furniture. You know what I'm saying? He was a detailer. A car detailer.
Right.
And retired. You think he'll put the word out? Hey, I'm doing cars right now. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, listen. When I tell you this man brought money to the table, he brought money to the table. And I can see it like now as an adult, as a grown ass man, I can see it backtracking. You know what I'm saying? Up until the time he died, I could see like my mom saying certain things to him in front of people. You get what I'm saying? And she would say certain things to him and build him up that way. It was what she said, not what she did. You get what I'm saying? Now, there was other times, there was another thing, my mom never talked trash about him in front of him.
Yeah, there you go.
You feel me?
Say that one more time.
She never talked trash in front of him, about him in front of him. But I heard her talk trash about him and to other people. To well, you know, she has confidants or whatever, and she's like, yeah, I don't like the way he did this, and this I ain't gonna put up with this or whatever, right? But never. In the same time, because I'm the youngest, so I would be around. But in the same time, I've seen her breach those conversations, right?
Right.
I've seen her breach those conversations, like with him, and get her way. And I'm thinking to myself, didn't you say we was kicking him out?
You know how that goes.
Did you say we was kicking him out or whatever? I didn't say it. I'm just thinking it like, because I'm supposed, you know, back in my time, kids are to be seen and not heard.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, did you kicking him out? But she would have a conversation with him, and his favorite saying when he didn't like what he had to do, his response was, ever what you say. Ever what you say. And I'm like, bruh. Now I knew that then. I knew he was not in line with whatever it was back then. Like, I can't even tell you how old I was. I was just younger. But when he said, ever what you say, Liv, ever what you say, I knew she just won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I heard ever what you say more often than I heard, I ain't doing that. That's not gonna happen. You get what I'm saying?
Happy wife, happy life.
Now I've heard this man say, listen, we not doing that. Period. Like he would say period. Like period. Like before it became period. It was period. Like period. I'm done with this conversation. And when he said that, my mother nickname is Duke. My father gave her that nickname because she's from Mims.
Okay.
Okay?
East side.
And so back in her day, they used to go to school at Gibson. To Mims, they used to bus them in. But my mom would fight on the bus from Gibson a lot. So my grandpa used to name her Duke, call her Duke. And a lot of people know my mom, you know. However, my point is this. My mom ain't no punk. But when this man would say, I'm not doing that, we not doing that, and that's it. And my mom go, okay, John, all right.
That's how it should be.
That was it. You know why? Because that was a subject that he knew he needed to settle. And they had a shorthand that we as kids didn't understand. Do you get what I'm saying?
I got you.
And the thing of it is, in relationships, and I'm not an expert in relationships, I just been married a lot. So, I'm not an expert in relationships. However, there's a shorthand that you have in a relationship that you have that shorthand in a relationship that you don't have to go all out. It doesn't got to get crazy. And again, there's a song, No Pain, No Gain by...
Isn't that Mary?
No. I think it's Betty Wright.
Okay.
Not Betty White, but Betty Wright. I think. And in the song, she talks about how people used to get together and have a cookout to bring the relationships together. I'm sure your parents played that song, right? And so, or maybe not because they're my age, so I don't know. But anyway, so they would play. My mom had that song, but it talked about the tradition of your neighbors knowing that you and your man is having a hard time, and they do something to bring y'all together.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And I've seen that more times than not. So when I listen to that song, I can see that not just with my mom and my stepdad and and people around. I just seen it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the beauty in that is knowing that it wasn't the people putting the cookout together. It was them having that shorthand, and you abandon that shorthand. You get what I'm saying? Okay. You abandon that shorthand to screw up your relationship.
Because the shorthand sound like a old term.
Okay.
I'm a young fella.
Okay.
So I never really heard that.
Okay. So
break it down for the folks.
A shorthand is key phrases.
Gotcha.
So I don't got chicken wings and collard greens.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
So it's a look. It's a wink. You know the look.
Yeah.
Mama ain't gotta say nothing, but she look at you.
And you feel that belt before it even touch you.
Or didn't I tell you? You don't know what she talk. What I did? Didn't I told you? Didn't I? And those are shorthands. You get what I'm saying?
My shorthand is 1, 2.
That's mine too. That's mine too. So I do it backward. I go. I start from whatever number.
Yeah.
And then they just.
Exactly.
So but yeah. But the shorthand is something that, you know, like my girl now. Mm-hmm. She'll go. Say, don't do that. I'm like, okay. And I just keep going, right? Now, I'll keep going, and she's done. She already done told me don't do that, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll stop because it's not my atmosphere.
Right.
But if it's my atmosphere and I know that I'm good, I'm good. But she sees it from this look, this prim and proper. So, okay, sit, stop. You know? And then if I keep going, that's because I'm with my people.
Right.
Not your people. But when you're with her people, I'm like, okay, I got to curve that a little bit to see what, you know, to fill it out a little bit. But the shorthands are important. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to have the shorthand. You know, first ladies to pastors have always had a shorthand. When a first lady looks at the pastor and he preaching and he like, she says right there, that's when he start doing the hooting and hollering. Because Jesus said, and we went over there, right there. Don't shorthand, making love. You know when your girl make that certain sound. Okay. You want to know when your girl make that certain sounds to let you know that's the spot.
Hold on. You say certain sounds, but not all women make sound.
Oh, but she gonna touch you.
Well, what I'm saying is, you also got to read her body.
Right.
I don't depend on sound. I don't care what you saying.
Right.
I'm listening to that body.
Right.
Your body gonna
Absolutely.
That's a conversation for another day.
I just want to say that if your man has gotten to the point where you've been with your man and he can't read your body, you should leave your man. Because you need somebody to be able to read your body. Okay. Chicken wing and collard green. Can I go ahead and say it on myself? All right, cool. Anyway, so we're going to go to another subject. We've been on that one for a little bit. I've been going off.
So, we're going to say that one for another day. But
this one?
We're going to say that for another day.
I can't say nothing without that.
Oh, blind mother chucker.
Anyways. So, young man, what I would like to know is, right now, what you're listening to. Because the reason why I'm asking what you're listening to, you hear what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You catching what I'm throwing?
I got you.
All right. You're sipping while I'm pouring. All right. What you're listening to, because you know how you young bucks got that music, right? Mm-hmm. And my argument is, we already did that, done that, win that, get that, like that there. You know what I'm saying? Because, ain't no hip-hop like that Run DMC hip-hop. Okay, ain't no,
get to the question.
Ain't no R&B like that Smokey Robinson R&B.
Oh, I got some.
Listen.
I got a boy that mixed with all that.
There's a Smokey Robinson Smokey Robinson, to me, a lot of people say, "Oh, R. Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly," but what they sleep on, because they slept on Smokey Robinson. You listen to all these groups and don't realize half the songs were written by Smokey.
Okay.
The Jackson 5, 80% of their songs were written by Smokey. So then you got the next phase is not R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me who it is.
What, the next songwriter?
The next summit after Smokey. In the next era, 80s, 90s. You don't know.
Mike?
You know what? Mike who? Jackson?
Yeah.
No, that's pop. That's popular music.
Oh, you want R&B?
R&B. R&B soul.
You got the Isaac Brothers.
See, they go all the way from there to there. So you can't really touch that. And their groove has never changed. They're timeless.
Charlie Wilson.
No, his groove has never changed. But what I want to tell you is this, young man. Yeah, know who you just slept on? That boy named
Babyface. Yeah.
Woo! That boy Babyface is the truth. But go ahead. I want to hear what you're listening to right about now.
You know what? A lot of people expect me. I do listen to rap and hip hop, but
Nothing wrong with it.
majority of the time I listen to
love
R&B.
Okay.
And old school R&B.
No.
I literally,
Okay, so now you finna. Okay, go ahead.
I literally got a R&B. And the first song on that is from the Isaac Brother, Memory. Drifting on the memory.
I know.
Yeah.
There's no place I'd rather be than with you.
So, I love the old school. But right now, I mess with the boy Giveon.
Okay.
And he got a
I've
couple
heard that
songs like, what's that one song? No, I ain't gonna say that one. For tonight. I'm gonna let you listen to that later. But that's the song right now.
What is it?
For tonight. For tonight, I'm yours. And that's what he's saying. For tonight, we're together. But after tonight, I can't promise. That's that old school R&B right there.
Okay, so all right. See, I don't know that guy, so I can't really mess with you. See, what I'm thinking is, when you track down old school, new school, we already talked about that boy Babyface. We talked about the Isaac Brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You even hit Kells up in there. I'm so mad at Kells. Like, I can't even talk about R. Kelly without getting angry. Because it's not angry because of what he did. It's angry because of the opportunities he had to allow him not to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much to be caught. It's not to get there.
Right.
So then you got Smokey and stuff like that. Charlie Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Babyface. But you know who that boy Aaron Hall? Oh, see.
I'm pretty sure.
Did y'all see this boy face when I said Aaron Hall?
I'm pretty sure I heard the song, but a lot of times I don't know the name.
Let me explain this to you. When you write a song, right, that says, I miss you. Yes, I'm talking to you, baby. I miss you. And he begins to talk about how you're gone out his life. And you think when you listen to the song that oh man, listen. Aaron Hall is the truth.
Okay.
Period. So I want to introduce y'all to Aaron Hall. I would like for you all to go listen to almost anything by Aaron Hall himself. Preferably that song, I Miss You.
You see that motherfucker right there?
Who? The ugly one on
That's
the
a
left?
pretty motherfucker right there. Okay, folks, we got a little off topic. So what we gonna do?
Look at you swelling up.
You see what? Well, what we gonna do? We're gonna have Sid take us out on a good note. He gonna give us some words of wisdom.
Absolutely. So, listen. We're in this season right now where we have Thanksgiving just passed and we're coming up on Christmas. And not everybody's going to have what they need. They're not going to have what they want. They're not going to have what they desire.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, we have to still move on. Look towards and be happy for what you have, what you can achieve. Don't worry about what you can and cannot give. Give from the heart. Give from yourself. Give love. Give peace. You know, if you take a moment just to realize how much gift of life that you actually have, you'll realize that you have more to offer in this life than others. And if you're looking at this video or listening to this, you're already ahead of the game. But for this holiday season, you should be blessed. You should stand up, stay strong, use kind words in this season, because what else to be kind? We're giving Thanksgiving, and we're giving Thanksgiving until we get to Christmas, where we give complete love for the birth and renewal of our lives, because without the birth of Christ we would be nothing and nowhere. And Christmas is just the show of the new birth and the beginning of life that we will take into 2023. You be blessed, my friends, and may God bless you, may God keep you. And that's it for the cipher.
That's it. I'm Q. We appreciate y'all joining. Y'all have a wonderful holidays.
Happy holidays.
All right, I gotta go piss.